Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our class, MATH051, Differential Calculus. So this afternoon, I'm going to orient you about our course, MATH051, Differential Calculus. So your professor for this course is Engineer Handel D. Magnanao. By the way, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my boss, Engineer Fee G. Dampel, for allowing me to use the materials and template for this presentation. So again, welcome to our class Math 051. So I am Engineer Handel D. Magnanao. I am an ACE, EE, and Master of Engineering in Telecommunications. You can call me Sir Handel. I am with MITL, Mapua Institute of Technology, Laguna, and also doing some lecturing work at CAS, College of Arts and Sciences. If you want to contact me via email, so you can send it through this email below. Okay, so as I mentioned a while ago, I have a Master of Engineering degree. I completed it at the Asian Institute of Technology in Thailand. And I also earned 42 units in Master of Science in Teaching Mathematics at the University of Cebu in Cebu City. And I also have done 2 Bachelors of Science degree. It is the Electrical Engineering and Electronics and Communication Engineering. Also in Cebu City at the Cebu Institute of Technology. Now, before we proceed with the details of the course, so I'd like to remind you of the mission of the Malayan Colleges Laguna. So the first one is to provide the learning environment that would transform you as our students into globally competitive professionals and to produce social wealth from the generation of new knowledge and to contribute to the solution of industries and society's problems by the expert application of knowledge. Now for the vision. So Malayan Colleges Laguna shall be a global staple of excellence in professional education and research. So we are here. I am here to help you and help Malayan Colleges Laguna to achieve this vision. Now for the core values, we have excellence, loyalty, teamwork, discipline, and urgency. So these are the 5 components of core values of Malayan Colleges Laguna. And we are expecting all of you to adhere all these values indicated here. Now for the motto, Malayan Colleges Laguna has the motto of excellence and virtue. So how to be excellent? So to be excellent, we need to be prompt. So it means that we need to be ready to learn when class begins. And we need to be prepared. So have the materials with you and know due dates. Be a polite and positive participant. Speak in a normal tone of voice and listen attentively, especially during our synchronous online sessions. Be productive. Turn in work on time and always do your best. Be a problem solver. Correct problems quickly and peacefully before they escalate. Now for the virtue, so how to be virtuous? So there is an advocacy class, Be Honest Advocacy. It says that be honest even if others are not, even if others will not, even if others cannot. And in Proverbs chapter 10 verse 9 it says, He who walks honestly walks securely. So honesty is one of the virtues that we need to have. So how to be virtuous? So you need to value yourself. So you have to be honest and ethical and practice strong moral values. Treat everyone in the class with politeness and respect. Honor the ideas and opinions of your online classmates. Because sometimes we would like to insist our ideas and opinions, but to be virtuous, we need to honor also and respect the ideas and opinions of others, your classmates. Offer help. If somebody is in need of help, you are all encouraged to extend help. Be a responsible student during this new normal. So we have different rules and regulations that we need to follow. So we should do it. Responsibility for the coursework. So you have to make sure you have the following in place before the class begins. So first is yourself. So it means that you need to be not only physically but also mentally. So prepared physically and mentally and spiritually as well. You need to have a stable internet connectivity so that when we have the synchronous online sessions, everything will be smooth. And when you're taking the assignments, online assignments, quizzes, major exams, or module evaluations, assessments, so everything will be done smoothly when you have a stable internet connectivity. Of course, you need lecture notebook, ballpen, pencil, and calculator, and yellow paper or any color of the paper that you can use now when you are doing some calculations while listening or say when you are watching a recorded video. Now for the textbook and references, so no need to obtain it because we will provide you all the learning materials online. Responsibility for coursework. Keep yourself updated to know due dates and class announcements. And you can see them through our Blackboard or discussion board in our Blackboard. Or you can also see in our Facebook group all those updates. And I would appreciate if somebody would create a chat group for our section. Now, a student who fails to comply all graded online activities, that is readings, assignments, quizzes, major exams, module assessments, and for the entire content of the course missed regardless of the reason, is held responsible for his or her failure to obtain a numeric grade at the end of the term. So, note on this very important thing, class, in order for you to avoid any trouble later on. Now for the classroom rules, I think we can still make use of the principle stipulated in the Student Catalog 2014, which you can find it online. So during synchronous online sessions, students will be reported for misconduct, unruly behavior, disrespect, and unnecessary disruption of class during a scheduled synchronous online sessions. So no interference of any kind is allowed. So phones must be kept silent at all times. A student will be given an INC grade if the set passing average will not be met, or if a student failed to comply all the course requirements. So take note that even if you have um, an average of higher than 60 or at least 60, but if you're not able to comply all the requirements, especially the major requirements like the major exams, then you will still get an INC grade. What will you expect from me? Well, I will do my very best to provide you with the most relevant learning materials and or resources to aid your learning journey for this term. I will be available anytime you're in need of my help regarding a course or lessons, and I will work with you to meet learning goals, and I will offer extra help should you require them, for as long as those help needed is related to our course or lessons. Now for the course information. So our department or college is College of Arts and Science. Our course code is MATH051. Course title is Engineering Calculus 1. Prerequisite none. Co-requisite Math 00P. Credit units 3 units. Our class schedule is 1.5 hours per meeting or 4.5 hours per week. Now for the course description, this course covers topics on functions, limits, continuity, and differentiability of functions, differentiation of algebraic and transcendental functions, higher order derivatives, implicit differentiation, partial differentiation, applications of differential calculus to problems on rate of change, tangents and normal, related rates, approximations, algebraic curves, and transcendental curve tracing and optimization. Now for our course coverage in the preliminary part. So for week 1, we have module 1. So module 1 covers limits, continuity, and behavior of function, intuitive definition of limit of a function at a number, evaluating limits using limit laws, evaluating one-sided limits, infinite limits, and limits at infinity, continuity of a function, and its geometric interpretation. So that's for week 1, module 1. Now for week 2 to 3, and this is for module 2. So we have differentiation and the derivative. So differentiation as a process and the derivative of function at a number. Then interpretations of the derivative as the slope of a tangent line and as a rate of change. Then we'll have the basic differentiation formulas like power, sum, product, quotient, and chain rules. For week 4, we have exponential, logarithmic, trigonometric inverse, trigonometric functions, hyperbolic inverse, and hyperbolic functions. And we have the higher order derivatives, implicit differentiation. So this is part of module 3. For weeks 5 to 6, we have the method of logarithmic differentiation. So we're now in module 4. So we'll discuss here partial differentiation. So we have the notation of partial derivatives. We will learn those notations. Derivatives of functions of several variables, higher order partial derivatives, chain rule for partial derivatives of functions. And for week number 7, we are now on module 5. So we'll discuss application of the derivative. So we'll discuss rectilinear motion, related rates, single and several variables. And for weeks 8 and 9, so we'll be on module 6. So let's discuss the tests for relative and absolute extrema. We'll apply the concept of the first derivative test, second derivative test, and extreme value theorem. Then we also have the curve sketching, algebraic curves, transcendental curves, and parametric equations. Now for week 10 to 11, so now we are now in the final coverage. So this is module 7. So we'll discuss maxima and minima problems and differentials and approximations. So we have the single and for the several variables. Now for the textbook, we are going to use Anton H. Bevans, IC, and David S. 2016. So Calculus, Late Transcendental, 11th edition in Wiley. We have several references here. You can see from this list. So perhaps some of the topics will be done better from these different references. So you can also refer to these resources. For the course schedule, we have for our major exams, week number 4 scheduled for our prelim, week number 8 for midterm, and for week number 12, that is for finals. Now, the components of your final grade will be 40% and 60%. The 40% will be taken from your quizzes, assignments, and other graded online tasks. And for the 60%, 20% of it will be taken from the prelim, 20% from midterm, and 20% from your finals. Now for the course requirement. For each requirement in the course, a 60% mark shall indicate the minimum passing performance. A student in the course to obtain the final class standing of at least 60% shall be considered to have passed the course. The final grade will be based on his or her final class standing based on the table below. As you can see from left to right, from the left we have 1, a grade of 1, final grade of 1 if your average is above 96%. And for the right part, we have 60 to 64.50 in order for you to get a numeric grade of 3. So a corresponding passing grade will be matched with this table here. So if the student is able to satisfactorily comply with the course requirements, then he'll be getting a corresponding passing grade. An INC grade will be given to the student if he or she is unable to satisfactorily comply with major course requirements. So the requirements must be complied with during the second term 2020 to 2021, second term. Now, our mode of learning will be asynchronous. So what does it mean, asynchronous learning? So it means that it's an online learning method that needs or without real-time interaction. So students can learn through their own convenient time, and this is a self-paced learning. So learner controls the reading materials, time and effort to learn the materials shared by the faculty member. So you have all the freedom on how are you going to manage your schedule, your online activities, and everything. For the consultation, so since we are in this new normal, we cannot do face-to-face consultation. That's why we have an online consultation. So our scheduled time for online consultation will be at 2:30 to 4 p.m. every Tuesday. So that is via Blackboard Collaborate, or perhaps you can use the messenger, or you can send me email. So I have two emails here, my official email of MCL, and I have my personal email as well. So I prefer to have your message sent to my personal email because I can easily access them. Okay, do you have any question? So if you have any concerns, if you have any questions, you just message me through this email address. Or if somebody would uh, volunteer to create a chat group in Messenger, then that would be an other another alternative. All right, so thank you very much and good luck. Stay safe always and stay healthy always. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.